There's a lot you can do in this town. You set it up and turn it around. We might have come from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the Local Show here on GrassRoots Community Network. I'm Erik Skarvan, your host in year 17, now the longest running local show in the Roaring Fork Valley. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we have you guys to thank most for that 17-year run here on GrassRoots Community Network. I want to welcome our Facebook and YouTube audiences. I'm so excited to bring back a return guest, longtime friend, local legend of over 40 years, local magician Doc Eason. Welcome back to the show, Doc.
Good to see you, pal. Nice to be back with you.
And I can't resist, but what's up, Doc?
Well, that's the first time I've heard that today, anyway.
That's the first time, yeah, probably in the
usually
last few hours, anyway.
It usually slips out. People don't realize what they're saying. They're like, hey, what's up, Doc?
What's up,
yeah,
Doc?
as soon as they say it, they kind of go, oh.
But what if your name was Chuck? That's even worse.
That's even worse.
What's up, Chuck?
That's the one name you can't do the name game with.
Right.
Fanafo. Oh, that's what we can't do. You can't do.
Oh, okay. That gets a little tongue twisting.
No, no.
Or a little profane.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
This is a family show.
Sing it to yourself when you're on the way home, and then you'll hear.
Oh yeah, okay. That's all coming back to me now. But thank you so much for being here today.
It's
taking
great.
your time.
I'm happy to be here for you. I'm happy to be here for you. You know, before we get going into this thing, I want to test you to see how how you test positive for magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I need to be tested.
Yeah, you should be regularly, I think. Just having seen some of the shows here.
Yeah,
these
man.
are just a number of cards, and I have one card that is my lucky card, and but I'm not going to. So I'm going to lay these down. Go through these cards just like so, and one at a time. And all you need to do is say stop whenever you want to, and that will stop at that particular card. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm just going to go and kind of run through. You see, they're all different.
Okay.
You know, okay.
Got it. So you have a bunch of cards there, and I'm going to say stop there on that two of
two
of hearts.
Oh, fine. That's totally up to you.
Okay. Okay.
Which is this is interesting. It should have stopped me at the two, because if you notice here, these cards here are all red, and the two of hearts is the only one that happens to be a blue card. So you've tested positive. So we can go ahead and do the rest of the show here if you'd like. So.
That is awesome. So I'm going to ask you right off the bat, are card tricks, as a magician, award-winning, and we'll talk about that during the show, are card tricks your favorite kind of magic? Well,
there's so many different things you can do with a deck of cards. You know, it doesn't require props and stuff. I do a lot of cards. That's kind of inherent with bar magic. You know, sitting behind the bar, and you pull up a mat and do some card tricks for them. But I do lots of other stuff. Stuff that's commonly found in bars: matches, glasses, ashtrays, newspapers, straws, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's a variety of things. But without trooping in the whole set, and I would have to take it out of the Stonebridge where I'm currently playing. And bring it on down here. So a deck of cards I can do all kinds of stuff with.
They're like convenient to work with, super portable.
Yep.
And then, like you say, you're in close quarters, close combat there with your magic, and the guests are like right close by at the bar. Yep. So that just works in a lot of different ways to do the card trick.
And it's kind of the trend is sort of going away from the cards, because oftentimes I'll say, here, shuffle up the deck, and people go, I don't know how to.
They've lost that.
I don't know about you, but I grew up shuffling cards. I don't remember ever learning how to shuffle cards. But these kids these days, they don't need a deck of cards because they have the computer, and they can play solitaire, and they can play games, and they can,
So if it's something like that, more of a video game, then a little more dexterity and familiarity, whereas the cards are becoming kind of an older tactile.
Yeah, I've been described as old school.
I like old school, but mixing in some new school, I'm sure.
Well, I got some things that'll kick ass and take those youngsters down.
Let's talk a little bit more about the old school, because I want to actually allow the viewers to kind of get to know you in terms of where you were from. Where were you born and raised? Well,
I was born and raised on the East Coast, but when I was in Connecticut,
okay,
a mill town in Connecticut. Once I got to be 20 years old, I realized that I didn't have to stay there. I was actually free to leave.
It's America.
And it was 1968. You all know what was going on in California in 1968. And so I was drawn like a magnet to the West Coast, and I settled in Santa Barbara. And when people ask me now, where are you from, or where'd you grow up, I went, I grew up in Santa Barbara, because that was from age 21 to 24, and from 1968 to, 1972, I did a lot of growing up back there.
Which was the love, hippie, Vietnam.
I missed the summer of love by one summer, but I was there the next summer. And
did you make up for it?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Were those California days? Were those the first experiences with magic, or
no? I didn't know.
When were you first influenced by magic?
It wasn't until I came out here.
Okay.
So I went to school in Santa Barbara, and then eventually moved north up to the San Jose, Cupertino area. There was a girl involved. And
there always is.
Yeah, some people say that there's a woman to blame. And so I ran a health food store in Cupertino, right around the corner from what grew into the Apple campus, the Apple computer campus.
Oh, wow.
So I served nature burgers and smoothies to Stephen Jobs. I had no clue who he was, what he did. But that is an interesting aspect of this, because this particular health food store had a lunch counter. And so we served nature burgers and smoothies and, super salads and all that other kind of stuff. But it's where I got the basic training for working in a bar. Granted, the bar situation, the product line was different.
Right.
But the protocol is the same. Recognizing I see you, you're next, keeping track of orders, doing the whole thing. And then what I would do, I'd take home a textbook or something we sold there, and learn about vitamin D or ginseng or ginkgo biloba or whatever the current thing was, and I'd learn about it. And so the next day I'd go in, and once everybody was served at the lunch counter, I'd build a little pyramid of ginseng or gadacola or whatever the thing I was hyping next to the register. So after they got up and they came down to pay their lunch tab, they'd pick up a bottle of the vitamins. And I didn't realize that that's a lot of what goes on at the bar. People are looking at you. What are you going to do? You're going to sit there and polish glasses all night? Well, why not entertain them? And so when I came out here on the back of a motorcycle with my friend Jeffrey Jacobson, who used to work at the Basalt Post Office, for those of you who know JJ, my oldest friends in the world. I just saw him today. We came out here fully intending to spend a week here. And one thing led to another. They had the big circus tent across from the timber mill at that time, which is Venga now. Every restaurant in town used to be. I don't know
Which was, and that was the timber mill.
Oh,
and then it was the, and now it's the.
Yeah, well,
a lot of us remember, though, what it was, or even 2 or 3 times ago,
exactly
what it was.
So they used to have a big green and white circus tent across the thing where the Silver Tree Plaza is right now.
Sure.
And that summer, I saw Jesse Colin Young like in my living room with 200 people in it, or Willie Nelson was there, and Jimmy Buffett. I thought I died and gone to heaven. And so it wasn't too hard a decision to say, maybe I want to stick around here, because I didn't have much going back in. Back in the Bay Area, I was kind of burning out on retail, and so I saw this as just like, wow, this looks like a lot of fun. Besides, it got a great ski hill here. I don't know how to ski very well, but I'm going to learn better. And one thing led to another, and 3 kids and ex-wife, and here we go on down the road. So it's pure serendipity. A lot of stuff happened to me. I was mentioning in our run-up to this thing, one of my favorite quotes is, all journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is not always aware. I had no idea when I came out here that I was going to become, interested in magic and eventually build a career of 43 years. Amazing. So anyway, that's Snowmass is.
I call that the Aspen Story. It's like how you landed in the area.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was these vacation visits, and that's how I fell in love. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was in family vacations in the late 70s. And we stayed at the old Silver Tree, which is now the Westin.
Right.
And anyway, we'd also stay sometimes at the top of the village, but it was always ski in, ski out, Snowmass. That's how I fell in love with the area with my family, and then I landed here in the early 80s. But Doc, we have so much to get to on the show today. We're going to take a quick break, rehydrate, get ready for some more magic.
Okay.
We're going to have some fun today. So, guys, stick around. We've got magic coming up live with Doc Eason, a 43-year local legend. But I do want to thank our underwriters for making this show possible, including Aspen Animal Hospital, Aspen Thrift Shop, Aspen Square, the Aspen Times, Klug Properties, Strong Vegan Athlete, Picken County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. I got it all here. There's no teleprompter up there. We're going to go to a quick break, our only one of the show, guys. And if you walk into any of their businesses or see any of these folks around town, tell them thank you for supporting the local show and public access television here in Aspen, founded in 1972 here at GrassRoots TV. We're going to go to our quick break of the show, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes with Doc Eason, so don't go away.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer the Drop-In, weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times, at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Curbside recycling is now included with your trash service in Pitkin County. You can reduce your waste footprint and shrink your trash bill by recycling right. Learn more at landfillrules.com.
Celebrating another great winter season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. Aspen Square is proud to support the Locals Show. The Aspen Thrift Shop welcomes local women to volunteer, serve our community, meet interesting local women, and join the fun at Aspen Thrift Shop twice a month. You can apply at aspenthriftshop.org.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Thanks for sticking with us here on the Local Show, guys, featuring inspirational locals, only locals, here from the Roaring Fork Valley for the last 17 years. And Doc, thank you so much for joining us. You've been performing for 43 years now, primarily out of Snowmass. You're currently performing at the Stonebridge in Snowmass 3 nights a week. And what are those nights?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay, from 6 until about 9:30 at night.
Okay, and right at the bar?
Well, they'll go into the bar area. The bar, the existing bar doesn't work because it's a two-sided bar. Okay. I have a 12-foot expanse, and people gather around that, and their bar stools and drink, and it approximates. It's not the tower. For those of you who remember the tower, this ain't the tower.
Well, let's talk about that tower because the tower. I mean, it's still located there physically in Snowmass Village, in the original Snowmass Village.
Tear that down.
But not the magic that used to happen there. And what were those early years like at the tower when you first kind of started performing?
The tower had quite a bit of buzz around it because it was John Denver's restaurant. And periodically John would show up there, and it was always, my heart always skipped a beat when John walked in the room. I mean, it was just like, oh, there's John Denver. And but once you got sort of into the thing, it was pretty easy going. But maybe I could coin a phrase, but I'd say those days back then were really magical. They really were. The late 70s. And had I been, my brothers, I would have been here in 72 and 3, but I didn't know about it. But the late 70s were still just as magical. And I met up with the original magician there at the tower, named Bob Sheets, like pillowcases. He used to run the Jolly Jester, for those of you who remember the Jolly Jester in downtown Aspen. He just blew my mind with a couple of tricks. He was excellent. Well, actually, he was a very disarming kind of guy. You pick up a deck. He had a hair down to his shoulders, leather vest, blue jeans. Not the paradigm of what you would consider what a magician looked like, okay? And then he'd pick up the deck of cards, he'd start shuffling, they go all over the place. He says, I'm not as good as the other guys. And you look at this guy going, this guy's a magician? Are you kidding? Well, within about 2 minutes, I was bleeding slightly from the ear from just getting whacked, and it was just like, what, you know? And he went from being a complete klutz to a genius of sleight of hand and psychology in a matter of about 5 minutes. And I just sat back and I was blown away by the experience of it all. It's not about, you know, this isn't always about the tricks. It's about the experience that's created. And one of my pet things is connecting with my audience. What's your name and where are you from? And you know, because I don't think that people just want to come in and sit down and watch a magic show. They, you know, they like to kind of interact a little bit.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And
so it's more personal. You're really interacting with these folks.
Yeah.
It's a two-way exchange.
It becomes a. See, when I first started, I thought it was all about the magic, and then later I found out actually it's a lot about selling whiskey. You know, I got a great trick I'm going to do. And I notice you don't have a drink. Can we get you a drink? How about
still
you?
a bar, right?
Yeah, it's still a bar. And GT. Yeah, well, GT. We used to have little things. The GTFM. Get the money. You figure it out. Because that's an important. So I thought it was all about pouring whiskey. But as the years turned into decades, I realized that it wasn't about magic. It wasn't about selling whiskey. It was about making memories.
Yeah.
For example, I got a call just a year ago, springtime, and Leonard and Dolores Farber, lovely couple from Detroit, had a home in Snowmass. They would come in all the time, bring friends to eat, watch the show. They were just big fans. Phone call from his great-grandson. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, well, my great-grandfather turns 100 years old this year. We're going to fly you back to Detroit to work the party.
Oh, my gosh, that's incredible.
Are you kidding? How can I say no to that? So,
amazing.
I mean, it's so the people that I've run into over there, 43 years, I watched families grow up, you know. I don't know, I can't do the math quickly enough to figure out how old you were at that time, but every show I do at the Stonebridge now, there's some guy going, I remember you from the top. I was this tall when I was my son's age when I first met you, and it's just sort of this, you know, multi-generational thing.
Wow.
It just boggles my mind.
It's relationships. Those relationships.
And that's what that's to me is the most important part.
Yeah.
I can fool you with any number of things, or I can, you know, show somebody how to do it, and they can fool you with it. But it's what they're going to remember.
Right.
What is it? Maya Angelou said, people don't remember what you did; they remember how you made them feel.
Right.
And
like
that's
that.
like echoing in my ears every time I do something.
And especially if you're considering a vacation format. Most you're at a resort on a vacation to create these lifetime memories.
Yes.
So you're helping do that, and that just has to be so fulfilling.
Is
that that's what you love the most?
Yeah, when it comes back to me, you know, and they tell me that I was, remember the night that Chevy Chase was in the bar that night? I was there that night, and I'm going, these people are never going to forget this stuff, you know?
Unreal.
And it's really, really fun. It's really, really fun. Let me do another trick here.
Sure.
Enough of this waxing poetic here. This is a real deck. I just want to let you know it says it's a real deck here. Time to zero in on that.
That makes it official,
right,
when it says real deck.
Yeah, and this is actually a new card order, so you can, you know all the cards are there. I'm going to just do a little, let me mix them up a little bit here for you. Every once in a while, somebody will reach in, they'll take out a card, and they'll say to me, Doc, because that's my name, Doc. They say, Doc, I'm colorblind. I can't tell what color this is. Are you colorblind?
No.
Look at that shirt. I thought perhaps. No, that's right. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Blame my brother. He gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he wouldn't wear it. All right. Exactly. I'll give it to Erik. He'll wear it.
It was a hand me up.
Yeah. What color is that right there?
That is black.
You're doing a terrific job. How about, let me get another easier to read here kind of thing here. What about this one here? Oh, what about this one here?
Well, that one's red.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, two of hearts.
Yeah. And what color was the deck?
That's blue.
Not a hard test. I try and keep them simple so we don't lose anybody. Just touch any card you want. Just touch one.
Let's go that ace.
Oh, the ace of spades.
Ace
Interesting.
of spades.
You should have touched the ace. I'm going to show you why I'm at ace of spades, ace of spades. Follow me. This is going to knock your, you're going to like this a lot here. Okay, follow me. What color is that again?
Black.
Good. This one here?
Red.
And the deck, of course, was
blue.
That's what I thought you'd say. Now it's all turned out.
Wait a minute.
I know, right?
Wait
this
a minute.
Is a
How
real
did you
deck.
do that?
Well, it's a real deck. I don't know how that works. Wait, it gets better. Push the button right there. Whoop! See what that does. Besides making that silly noise, it changes one of these red cards into, oh my God, a blue card. Now don't jump ahead. Stay with the group. Do you suppose the one blue card in the entire red deck could be the one card you touched? What was it again? It was the
ace of spades.
Unbelievable ace of spades.
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah. We could go on from
there. I love it.
We could go on from there, but anyway.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's
so here's a question for you. What happens in the rare event that you blow a trick, it doesn't go according to plan, And can you think of a fun story?
It happens all the time.
That might come to mind.
Well, as I get a little older, I forget the order of things. I'm going, well, where am I? But the advantage I have over you is you don't know what's supposed to come next. Did he do that on purpose? I think he did it on purpose. I'm not sure.
You do have the upper hand.
Yeah, and if it does mess up, I have another way around it to finish the trick.
Right.
Maybe not the way I was going to do it, but now it's in. And as far as I'm concerned, it was just fine. That's a lot of what I do there is improvisational, thing. Where you're from, what's up, and the audiences that come in, let's face it, they're cut above. They've more than a few nickels rubbed together. There's the smart folks, and I just love playing with them back and forth and doing, verbally jousting with them.
How does humor play a role in your magic? Because you're a funny guy. I mean, how does that?
It's a huge part of what I do. Because if I say a joke and you go, well, guess what? You're not looking at my hands while I'm doing the secret thing.
Oh, a little distraction action there.
They sometimes call misdirection, or actually it's directing your attention away from what I want you to, I don't want you to see. Okay. If I go suddenly, it's like, check this over here. I could be, diving into the candy box over here,
So distraction's a pretty big part of magic. Like having people look over here so you can obviously
there's
manipulate things.
Yes. And I'm not ashamed to say it, but that's the way it is. Yeah, it's pretty.
So Doc, we have one of your awards. Tell people about the AMA. Well, you've gotten 5 of these. This is a magic wand, correct?
Well, it's.
Is it a functional one?
Well, it works. I could turn you into a handsome young man.
Can you turn my affordable housing unit into a multi-million-dollar mansion?
I'm doing tricks, not miracles, pal.
You're not a miracle worker.
No. The Academy of Magical Arts is based in Los Angeles, California, at a place called the Magic Castle. Not the Magic Kingdom, that's Disney. Magic Castle is in Hollywood. Yeah, it's in a Victorian mansion above on the hills going up over to West Hollywood. It's a Victorian mansion, outfitted. There's not another place like it in the world. I wish we had more time to go into the workings of this place, but the cream of the best work there. And we've been working there for the last 20 years. And every year they have their Academy Awards. Well, it's not the ASCAP, it's not the Oscar, but this is the Oscar of the magic world. It's handmade by a...
Can you show that on the camera?
By a master craftsman, a fellow named Johnny Gaughan, Gaughan. He builds a lot of illusions for the big boys, the Vegas folks and stuff.
Okay.
And so it's Hawaiian koa wood, and inside it's the plaque. It tells me that 2009 I was the lecturer of the year, and the wand is it's an ebony with sterling silver and I think lignum vitae on the ends. I'm not sure, some rare wood, but it's just a beautiful thing.
Gorgeous.
I don't. It's not. Hold on to that. It's not.
I want to start conducting. That's my kind of natural tendency is to start. So this is an award from your peers though.
Yes, this is
from fellow magicians, which is such an honor.
Yeah. And
you've had 5 of these, but there's different categories.
I have 2 close-up magician of the year, 2 lecturer of the year, which is this one is, and 1 bar magician of the year, which is an award they don't give out anymore. But that's yeah, I mean it's wonderful to be
some of the accolades and recognition you've got.
And if I look through the past winners, I mean there's some heavyweight names on there in the magic world. I guess I'm in there with the heavyweights. I guess.
Who do you look up to, like currently?
Well,
you think back in history of Houdini and some of these guys, but do you have someone currently that you kind of? What about Chris Angel? What do you think about these guys that are?
Well, Chris is from a different demographic than myself.
Yes.
And I'm not a big fan of his. But he's making more money than I am. He's got a show in Vegas. Who am I standing here to pee on his leg? I can't do that.
But that's an interesting kind of a magic because it's like they're doing these dramatic, big production type things and events.
I'd rather prefer the idea of you're right across the desk from me. You take out a card. You watch me as close as I can, and there it is. Boom. It's just like, to me, this is much more real than being in the 14th row of watching some guest writer on stage. Now that being said, Penn and Teller have probably the best show as far as I'm concerned. Another friend. See, one of the things about magical heroes, they don't write the songs the whole world sings. And so, if I say Johnny Thompson, you go, well, who the hell is that? Well, if you're in the magic world, you realize that Johnny Thompson has forgotten more magic than I'll ever learn, and has done it everywhere and anywhere. But Penn and Teller are more recognizable now because of their TV show with Fool Us. In fact, my performing partner Erik from the Tower fooled him, and he's got a trophy of his own from fooling Penn and Teller.
Amazing.
So yeah, there's. In fact, there's a guy going to be here at the Wheeler in a couple of weeks, Justin Willman, who's a fabulous guy, friend of mine, fabulous magician. Buy tickets and go. It's going to be a great show. So again, these are names that wouldn't mean anything to anybody not in the magic world.
Definitely Penn and Teller.
Well, Penn
very
and Teller's
well known.
huge. Yeah, yeah.
Let's move to something else because we're already down to just a couple minutes. But
yeah.
You do kind of a history presentation that talks about a little bit of the history of magic in our area.
How magic came to Snowmass. How did this little hole-in-the-wall bar in the middle of the Colorado Rockies, in the middle of nowhere, become known around the world as the premier magic bar of its day? How did John Denver get involved in this thing? What did Rocky Mountain High, what does that song have to do with the restaurant? I've been doing the presentation now since the tower shut down 16 years ago. And I've got pictures and images of the people. They're all either dead or looking a lot older than they did 40, 50 years ago. It's a fun presentation. It's not a magic show, but there's some magic in it. It's not a history, but it's a good thing. I perform it periodically around. You have to keep your eye out for it.
Okay, people can find out more at DocEason.com?
Yes, indeed.
Now, you have an encore trick for us. We have about 30 seconds.
Oh, God.
Really? Take a minute.
Take a minute.
Okay,
right.
We got a minute. We got a minute, Doc.
We got a minute. Here, shuffle these cards up. Just kind of give them a quick shuffle. Just a quick shuffle there, if you would.
Okay. Not a great shuffler.
Well,
we were talking about that before the show.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I wouldn't quit your day job quite yet.
I'm just proving it right there. I can shuffle snowshoes a lot better.
Listen, I'm going to take 10 cards out of here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to play a little poker thing here. Wait a second here. What happened here?
I'm better at fish.
Oh, drat.
You didn't get the cards you wanted?
Well, no, I'm missing one. I'm missing one of the cards that's supposed to be the one here. Let's do this.
Okay.
What's that? Beep, 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 beep. All right.
I'm
going to lay out 2 cards. We're going to choose the whole cards, but you get to choose which one you want. You want this one or this one?
This one.
All right, you'll keep that one. I'll keep this one over here. You stay right. Okay, that's good.
Okay,
that's fine.
I
That's
can
fine.
take it.
Yeah, you can take it over
okay.
there. You want pick a card, the one that you want. That's fine. You take that one. I'm going to throw this on here just like that. Well, let's do that again. That was so much fun. Just really pick one, and that you take that one. I'm going to. Now it's my turn because you're. What happened to the? I think I forgot my whole card. I think that's what it is here.
Okay.
Which one do I get?
This one's for you.
All right. Okay, and we'll just get rid of this in here. Okay, which one is mine?
This one.
This one's mine, and we click down here. Which one do you want?
I want this one.
Take that one. All right, we'll drop this over here. This one here. Which one am I going to get?
You're going to get that
one. This one here. Okay. Now. Take a look at your hand.
Okay.
This is about as fair as we can do it because you made all the choices all the way through here.
What?
Now, I have 2 cards left, but I'm going to give you the choice. Pick the one you want that's going to do the best thing for you. That one right there, take it right out of there. So what have you got there?
I got a full house. Aces over 9s.
And 9s. Wow, that's a really good hand. There's only a few hands that could beat that. And one of them might be this one here.
Oh, my gosh. You've got a straight.
Yeah, that'd be a straight flush. Well, I would.
Straight
I'll
flush.
tell you, it's a good thing we weren't playing for money because you would have lost like that. But anyway.
And I made my choices.
You made all the choices for crying out loud.
Doc, did you have fun on the show today?
I had a fun time. Thank you.
I had so much fun having you on. Thank you so much for your time.
You betcha. My pleasure.
And thank you guys for watching. You got to check out Doc at the Stone Bridge each week. And thank you for watching us here on The Local Show.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881. Is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer the drop-in weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Strong Vegan Athlete offers wellness consulting, personal training, and online training. Owner and trainer Ed Troy focuses on safety, balance-oriented agility, and mobility for optimum wellness and to be in life. More at strongveganathlete.com.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience one-of-a-kind adventures and gain new skills, to experience the thrills of snowshoeing, fat biking, cross-country skiing, alpine touring, canoeing, mountain and road biking, and fitness hiking. Fresh updates at Sundog Athletics on Facebook or sundogathletics.com.
Welcome to